This the 1965 Corvette Big Block convertible, almost totally original, built for drag racing with the side pipes, the bigger engine, and the yeah, totally original. Restorated a couple of years ago already. Needs a new restoration. Owned by a fellow in the Rocky Mountains in Denver. And yeah, he didn't race anymore, getting old, and sold it to us.
And was this your first car for your collection?
No. This wasn't the first car. This is next one.
Yes.
The first one of our collection is this silver one. It's a 1963 split window with the split. Yeah, the window split it. Only built 1 year because of safety. The next year in '64 they built it with one back window. But many people who owned the 1963 model removed the centerpiece and made it one hole. So that's why not many original split window are left. This one is also totally original. Has won many original prizes in America. Yeah, also with Duntov prize. Duntov is one of the biggest guys in Corvette world who designed and raced with the Corvettes in that time. The owner owned it for 16 years, restored it, drove every big show in America, trailer in, trailer out. Only had around 1,000 miles on the clock when we bought it. And we bought it because he had to choose between his house or the car, and he had many doubts until his wife said or the car or me, and then he sold the car to us.
And you say it's 99% original.
Yeah.
You know what is the 1% that is not?
No. It can be anything. If they look for originality, they go so far by even controlling the clips on the engine or in the engine bay, or the stitching or the bolts. It goes that far. We have the papers. We have the original jack stand. We have the original wheel bolts. But something isn't original, but we don't know what. But it's only for the well-trained, known guys. This is the 1955 Bel Air. It's called a restomod. Restomod is when it looks old, but it's completely new. It has an LT4 Corvette engine in it with 650 horsepower. Nothing on the inside is original. The engine is not original, the wheels are not original, the driveline is not original. That is all modern. It has been reinforced for the powers, it's been widened for the tires. So now it's basically a Corvette on wheels, but with the body of a 1955 Bel Air. It also drives like a modern car, it starts like a modern car, sounds like a modern car, and it goes as fast as a modern car. We bought it, I think, 4 years ago as a project. And my cousin, who is in restoration, has restored it within 1 year, totally as it is now. And then he did everything. Everything went apart, everything straightened, restored, repaired, customized. From the bolts of the engine till the interiors, all handmade. It's all self-made by my cousin and his father, my uncle.
For only 2 people?
Yeah.
Or they have more people that they
No. With just 2 people, 1 year they build it.
And yeah, before we start filming, you tell me something about the wheels.
Yeah.
That,
It looks like white walls, but this is steel. The white is steel. Only this is tire. So this is a race tire, slick tire, with this is the rim, and then this is just a wheel cap, but this is the rim. So what the problem is with white walls, it changed color to brown after a couple of years. This will stay white, and also you now have a race tire, better grip, instead of a big lumpy tire that moves. This is the 1958 Corvette convertible. This is the year that they made with the most chrome parts on it. So if we wash it and drive in the summer with it, you can see the reflection on the road signs. It's so bright, is it? It's a real eye catcher because of the color, the chrome, convertible.
the color is original.
Yeah, original color. It has been restored already once, but it's also a couple of years ago. But it still drives like new. It's an automatic, so you can get in, start it, and it goes. It's not a race car, but it's like cruising car.
This you use it like concours d'élégance and all this stuff.
Yeah, we use it for multiple things, for old-timer tours, old-timer meetings, or Corvette meetings, or sport car meetings, or for charity, or for all kinds of things. If anyone asks us for a special thing, for example, a wish for a kid that has a dream car, and we have it, and then we drive it with it. Then go to him and visit him, and we take it for a drive.
That's okay. I see also the white. This is
This is the
original. It's
yeah.
not like you see.
Yeah, and as you can see, it turns a little brown already, but also in the corners, the tire moves a bit. It bends a bit. And with the sport tires, it doesn't bend as much.
Because you have more grip.
Yeah. That's typical Corvette. Especially this one. This is one that has even a longer nose. This is a Corvette 1975 C3. Restored by my brother and father from top to bottom. This one has the largest nose, yeah. Especially the C3 version of Corvette is known for its large nose.
Large nose, but small back.
Yeah, it doesn't have a trunk. No. You only have some space behind the seats, but not much, because where the trunk is the gas tank.
You say this one was restored by your.
Yeah, by my father and my brother, and it's owned by my brother.
Daily driver?
No. He takes it out for also meetings, tours, and that kind of things. This is a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air Nomad, exactly like the other one, but Nomad is standing for more luxury. It has electric seats, electric windows, it has air conditioning for a car of 1957. It was one of the first cars, and it's trimmed out with a bit more chrome, luxury seats. That's what Nomad stands for. And this is for me is like the ultimate American icon car with the perfect family inside, going on a road trip, or some dudes with surfboards behind it.
This is again, you use it only for special things.
Yeah.
So that you are going to spend some holiday. Say,
No, 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 no,
let's
no,
take
no.
it.
Sometimes in the summer when it's nice, then I take one of the cars. Yeah, sometimes I take one of the cars when it's nice weather. Before, for example, for a convertible, for a small tour with my girlfriend or with a friend, or going to the beach.
How people react when they see this car of one of those cars?
Depending, some people like it, but it's of course it takes a lot of gasoline, and in this time, some people don't like it if you if you burn up a lot of gasoline, for example, in one of these. But mostly it's thumbs up, or they honk the horn and wave at me or something like that. Mostly it is positive.
I don't know if I see a car like this, yeah, using gasoline, but electric cars and all these things, but something
Yeah,
like that is like a piece of
this is history.
history, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
why.
museum is collection car.
Yeah, that's why we say everything has to drive. People need to see this outside in on the road. People need to see this on the road.
Personally, I like the small
Yeah,
mirrors.
but also the points.
Yeah. And this is for just for the point, like you have it here.
Yeah, the bullets.
The bullets.
Just
For the
for the
show.
looks. Yeah, for the looks.
You see on TV, you know, like American
Yeah,
things. You say, wow, it's real. But now I see it, and like with this wood, it's wood, right?
yeah,
And also, you keep it also in good shape, all car.
yeah. If everything is nothing is standing outside for the night, for example. None of the cars, not even the Audi. Everything is standing here in the stable or in the garage in front of the house.
Now you can you never know what's happened.
No, exactly.
With
But
some special pieces like this.
yeah, but also with the rain, you get the paint gets water spots,
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't wash it with this paint, it will stay on it after a while.
That's pity. So in this car, the black one, which model is it?
This is the 1955 Chevy pickup, 3100 half ton. It's all customized. It has a big block engine in it. With also it has an X chassis, stronger chassis for racing because of the power. There's now about 560 horsepower. It has an X-pipe exhaust, so we can open up the exhaust for more noise. The bigger tires, the taillights are from a 1963 Corvette, for example. The seats are custom from a Thunderbird, for Thunderbird. Yeah, this also has been from top to bottom being separated, cleaned, restored, customized to it is how it is now.
Don't like a groovy person, you know.
Yeah. If you start this car is such a rich of gas that it hurts your eyes if I start it in here.
Yeah, because you don't have, I think, catalyst and
No,
all this stuff is just going like.
and it just you can tune an engine by how much gasoline goes in it, and it's a bit wealthy adjusted engine. This is the 1950 Chevrolet half-ton 3100 pickup. Also completely restored from top to bottom, with a Mexican bench inside for fun touch. It's a lowrider now with air suspension. There's 3 stands all the way to the ground. Now it lays on the beams, so you can drive it, but also you can put it on highway mode, I say it. Then it goes just cruising. Or for example, here in the village, I put it on its highest for the potholes.
Like this is like touching almost the ground, right?
Yeah, yeah. Now this is touching the ground. The beams of the chassis are now on the ground.
And also here on the boot of how you call this.
The bed. It's the pickup bed. Yeah. Also here are the wider tires. That's why the centerpiece for the also for lowering it, so it goes so it can hold the wheels, but also the axle.
This one, it was you of your family made it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because original, I don't think they have this.
Now we have a picture from the original of how it was. That's the black one.
Okay. Okay.
This may be a nice touch from how it was to how it is now.
What?
The middle one.
The middle one.
Yeah. The top one, the top picture is the other pickup. That's how it was. It was
Black.
matte black with dings in it. It had green on the rubbers. It was a real hillbilly car, I call it. It only needed a haystack in the back, and it was it was done. Normally, in the motor compartment is also the brake booster, the steering booster, and everything. Everything is gone. It's all under the dashboard, so it has a clean compartment now. And this is also the big block with a lot of horsepower with it. There's a racing chassis now under it for more strength. Otherwise, the chassis will go straight cricket. It will twist. This is the 1939 Ford Convertible Deluxe. It's a hot rod now. It has a modern suspension and a bigger Chevrolet engine in it. It has been totally restored in America, bought by a Spanish guy. And a Spanish guy sold it to us a couple of weeks ago. The interior has been done by probably a renowned interior guy in America, they say. But it's totally restored, it's clean, it's sounding real hot rod.
So I can see the wheels.
Yeah.
It's a different one than the others.
No. This in that period of time, it was usual to have spoke wheels, many spokes wheels. Like the really old Fords from beginning of the 30s and the 20s.
Sometimes I think it's a really pity that you don't make so beautiful cars.
It's real Detroit steel, eh? Everything is steel, and now the steel price is so high, they need to downsize all the cars because of the price.
Also, it's not how you call it, for the safety, for for
No.
this stuff, maybe it's not the best.
No, exactly. If I crash with this on the highway, I'm probably dead because it has no wrinkle zone. Every modern car now has a wrinkle zone that the cockpit maintains as much as possible complete, but this not. It also doesn't have most of the cars. Old cars doesn't have seat belt because it was not a law back then. And if they say if it was not a law back then, original, you don't need it now.
But we don't have airbag.
No.
What you can see over the mirror?
Oh yeah, the previous owner was an older man, and he couldn't see it with the small round mirrors, so he stick those to it. You still need to remove it to original. But
I see that is two.
Yeah.
It's
to get back in here. Here are the seats for two people, and then you have to climb from the bumper to the steps to get in. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We call it mother-in-law seat. You put your mother-in-law. Yeah. You put your mother-in-law in there. You go on the highway, and you'll just see if she's still in there. If you get at your destination.
But like now we're in 2022, you cannot drive with someone there, right?
It can. It's allowed, but I wouldn't recommend it. I don't gonna try it. I'm not gonna try it because if you sit in it, normally you sit till here, something to grab or lean on it. Here it's already halfway your hip. Okay. So if you go a corner, yeah, I think I will tumble out of it.
Oh, this one is good for the show.
Yeah,
like you say, with you go to children that they are sick and maybe you don't drive, so
if you go to a closed area and you put someone in it and you drive 10 miles per hour,
there is no.
That's not a problem. No.
Here's another piece that it's. This one is the Lincoln.
Yeah, this is the 1938 Lincoln Zephyr. Not many are built, not many are left. We call it our mafia car because when we bought it, it still had a bullet hole in the back fender. And that we call it the mafia car because of the bullet hole, but also it's a car from the Prohibition. When they bootlegged alcohol, so it has a large trunk. For that time, it had 120 horsepower, so it was a fast car, even if it didn't go faster than 80 kilometers per hour. It still was fast for that time. I think you can drop at least 4 or 5 bodies in the back. Yeah.
You just okay. Again, like two seat car. Look like this. It seems like a Tesla. Not so many buttons.
But also here you can see that steel was not a problem back then. If you see how thick the door is, for example, it's really thick. And also if you close it, you hear how solid it is. It's like a bank vault.
Yeah, if you have a new car and make this noise, you say there is something wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I like everything else. Also this one, the front, like I said, the other one it was big. This one also the Ford, but also this one it's really different.
Yeah, there are not many left in Holland. I think in Holland there's only 3 left. Most of them are in America. They are being chopped for hot rods and stuff. So even in America, there's not much left anymore. But this one is still original. It stood in a museum here in Holland. And always owned by the first owner.
Plain.
Yeah.
That one it was something for the aerodynamics or
No, just for the style, just for style. Each car manufacturer had their own, yeah, trophy like on the hood. Some like still the now Rolls Royce, for example.
that's like what I like about it. It's different about the other one. The back wheel it's closed.
Yeah,
If you need to change a tire,
Yeah.
it worth more than.
yeah. You need to remove the lid.
And after you just
Yeah, and after that it's just open and you can reach it.
uh, again another piece, one of a kind, I would say. This Ford. There is also a few funny story with it. What was before and is there more?
First, it was a fire truck from Enkhuizen, original leather truck from 1947. It didn't go faster than 50 miles per hour, but in a small village like that back then, it didn't need to go fast because it only had 4 or 5 houses. We bought it to make we bought it because it's a COE truck. COE stands for cabin over engine. So the engine was in front of the engine was underneath you. You sat almost on top of the engine. We removed the engine, put it back the cabin, and we made a ramp, put a car on it. So it's now a car ambulance. Only the cabin is original. The rest is all customized. The chassis is of a 2004 heavy-duty Chevrolet pickup truck. The dashboard is of a 1947 Ford Deluxe. The side skirts are from another car. All those kinds of things are different now than the original.
And again, it was made by your cousin.
Yeah, my cousin and my uncle. My uncle did the interior, and the paint job, and my nephew did all the mechanics. He thought of the hill, he thought of the engine, thought of the chassis to stretch it a bit more, all of that.
Also on the wall, I see with a Ford Mustang.
Yeah, it was used as for the introduction of the new Mustang. To put it on a display for the board of Ford Holland to showcase it. It stood there at the dealership here in Zandam for Dekker for a month as an attraction to show people new Mustang and also as a advertisement for Ford.
And also you say like a funny story. It's a Ford, but that's a Chevrolet.
It's a Ford. For the view, it's a Ford, but it has a Chevrolet engine underneath it, also from the heavy-duty pickup truck. So it's a modern engine. So even with a car on top of it, it goes easily 130 kilometers per hour, easily.
It's something. Yeah. But I think also the cabin will take a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Right. Aerodynamics.
Aerodynamics is rubbish. It's really rubbish. Yeah. If we go, but it also has a big tank. But if we going for fuel, I think if we're going for fuel now, it will cost around 300 euros to fill it up. Yeah.
Wow.
Also a nice touch is the toy key in front of it. If the engine is running, there's a small electric engine, then it turns around. So it's like a wind-up toy. funny thing is that it is now a normal horn, but also a train horn. So if someone is really pushing our nerves, then we use the train horn.
Also, you keep it, everything is on point.
Yeah,
So you,
everything has been thought of. We don't like half work, so we don't look at the budget. Do it good, or else you will regret it, or you need to fix it later.
also like an English car.
Yeah, that's the strange. That's the strangest car we have. It's a 85 Mini, but like Mr. Bean, but it now has a 1.3 liter Metro engine in it. So for such a small car with such a light weight, still goes in the city, for example, goes very fast at traffic lights. If you go against an Audi next to you, for example, the first the first meters you win. It's such a fun car. It's like a go-kart to drive.
And inside and everything, it's standard.
No. The previous owner, it also was our plan to fix it up and make it our own, but it's still standing still so far. We don't know what to do with it yet, sell it or restore it, make it our own or customize it or anything. We're still thinking about it, what to do with it. Because when we bought it, we didn't have such a big collection as now. So now, it's the strange duck in the collection. So we think about maybe selling it or keep it as strange duck in the collection. We're looking to sell this one. Only for one reason, because it cannot drive with the nowadays car traffic. If you go with this on the highway and driving 50 miles per hour, it's the top of the car. It's the top speed. And then you need to work. Everything is shaking and everything. So only because it cannot drive it nowadays, we say, it's only standing still then. That's not good for the car. If someone in America, for example, has a good spot for it, then we are willing to sell. But only if it gets a good spot, if it gets a good home.
Don't sell it to someone.
No. If
I want the car is in name.
If someone comes and says, I want to buy the car and I'm going to chop it, I'm going to make a hot rod of it, then we say no. This car needs to be original, because it's one of the few left. For example, only 2 or 3 in Holland, and in America, many of those are already being chopped, being lowered, low rider, such things.